And these are a few of my favorite things.
Needle
That's
protector
why
too,
I don't do a lot of karaoke.
I just wish they made them big enough for largers.
Chadwick doesn't know that I hit the live already.
Oh.
Hello! Hey everybody, it's Carolyn coming at you from the Twisted Ewe here in Garden City, Idaho. It's a beautiful, kind of foggy-ish day. Came in from Meridian this morning and it was actually quite gorgeous. So once this fog finishes burning off, you're gonna get to see some sunshine. So we'll look forward to that. I am, pardon me for a moment, I've got my little thingy here, my surface, and I wish it would show me. I can't quite get it set up because I'm the administrator on the Twisted Ewe Facebook page. It doesn't notify me that I have a live, so I can't watch it on another device. If anybody knows how I can do that, please let me know. Good morning, Kay. Thank you for joining us. I am going to try really hard to watch these comments so we can interact a little bit, okay? There's Chadwick. He's in the house over there madly and feverishly typing.
Jennifer loved your poncho.
Oh, Jennifer, thank you. I love a poncho. I can't tell you how much I love a poncho. And I actually knit this one. It was for, and you like the tag, my reference tag on here. This one, I think we knit up for, it was one of the things that we did, either Black Friday or it was another one of those events where we kind of did up kits. And this is the, I want that wrap. That's what it is. Let me get my notes. Be right back. Those are always helpful. All right. It is I Want That Wrap by Carolyn, not me, Kinghorn. Okay. Thank you so much for this. It is such a beautiful, simple little thing. I love a poncho. I love the asymmetry. Anyhow, and this one's kind of nice because although it's long, it isn't closed all the way to the end. And so it doesn't sit down on your arm like this and really get in the way. It just sort of drapes down. And it's just easy. It's easy to wear. It's easy to do things in and move around. Funny story, and maybe a little too much information for y'all, but it's easy to go to the bathroom in, right? Some stuff I have to put up over my head, so, you know. This one, not so much. Yeah, that's enough of that. Anyway, I knit this up in wool stock. I think I used 2 big skeins, or it was 1 big skein and a little skein. As they have just the yardage is the only difference on the 2. Anyhow, that is what I'm wearing today. And thank you so much for your wonderful compliments, everybody. I'm gonna do some scrolling here. Some scrolling. Thank you, Carolyn, Jennifer, Cheryl, thank you. Anyhow, so Chadwick put the comments, drop the links in the comments if you want to go and get the pattern or get the yarn. Yes, dear?
No.
Oh, apparently he doesn't have something to say to me. All right, next, what am I knitting? I can't wait to share this one with you. So who doesn't love a fabulous Stephen West, right? So that, I grabbed a hold of one of his latest patterns, his honeycomb patterns, and we're knitting up. It's called the Painting Honeycombs Shawl, and it's the big honeycombs I'm doing. And so, I might just show you this cute little bag. This is the Wuthering Sheets sock sack, okay? So I'm gonna remove my knitting. I'm gonna show you the inside of this bag. Look at this. Look at my 2 yarns in there. Separated, not getting tangled up. And it's kind of nice. I had to sort of wedge the cake in there. So it's nice because it really kind of holds it when you got to pull on it and get more out. Okay. Oh, I got one of these handy little things. What's this called again, Chadwick?
Hold on.
Like a project keeper or something. All I know.
Circular protector tube.
Circular protector tube. All right. All I know is that all of my work stays on here when I use this. It is Chadwick's absolute favorite notion in the store. So you'll have to, if you don't have one, You got to get one. Hey, good morning, Christy, our big winner from last year. Last week. It may have felt like a year for some people. Glad you are joining us, Kathy. Good morning. So, it looks a little funky on here. It kind of rolls up a little bit right now, but this is what it's kind of coming out as. And I love it. It's such an easy little thing to knit. I just sit down and I've been watching Death Comes to Pemberley. Yes. Hey, Carolyn, I'm with Chadwick. Need more than one. Oh, for sure.
I have 4 or 5.
Chadwick has 4 or 5. I'm probably going home with this one. I might have just grabbed it so I could show everybody how well it works. Anyhow, so what am I knitting this out of is your next question. I know it. I am using a Zauber ball. I love Zauber balls. They are my all-time favorites. I remember the first time I saw it at Market and just fell in love with them, especially the crazy ones. Anyhow, it's a Zauber ball, so it has its own kind of long colorway changes. And then I'm using a Heritage, just Cascade Heritage. They're sock white yarns. We have a couple left, and so I just grabbed them and Zauber balls and just matched them up. I have 2 Zauber balls, and he recommends that you have 2 of the main color, which is going to be the Heritage. But I just grabbed 1 to go with this. I'm going to show you the colorways we have. So this one's pretty. I love it. It's got the greens and the blues and the purples, and I love these Zaubers because you got to kind of pry them open a little bit to really see all the different colors in there. And the crazy part is when they kind of have these colors that, where they've spun the green and the blue together. So, and when I picked these out, I really wanted a contrast. I want that honeycomb to pop. I don't want it to get lost in any of it. So I picked out some pretty contrasting colors. So here's one, this beautiful berry. My next one, these are, pretty muted, kind of pastel-y colors. We've got some, like a sage green and some lavenders. It's got a little pop of that turquoise in there, which is fabulous. So I put that with this brown. There's no brown in it, right? Talk about contrast, but I think it goes together well. The last one I have, now this one, if you are looking for something bright, this is the one for you, okay? Not that, that's gray, that's the contrasting color. I had to go darker for the contrasting color on these babies. Look at that yellow. Oh, yellow and gray. Those are Pantone's colors this year. Look at that. Anyhow, it's got some great pinks and, minty greens and yellows and a little bit of white and cream in there. So I thought that was a really great little matchup. Anyhow, and that's all we have left in here. So if you're interested in doing one of these, drop something down in the comments or something and we'll put it aside for you and figure it out. But that's what I have for those. Okay, I'm gonna check comments real quick. Sherry, good morning, Sherry. She has the llama bag, those socks. Saxon loves it. I love mine too. They are awesome. Cynthia, good morning. Sherry loves my shawl. Thank you. Tracy loves the honeycomb. Yeah, those honeycombs are fun. And like I said, with what I picked, like this Zauber ball that I've got, right? I just love these colors with the blues and the yellows and the oranges and the purples, but there's no green in it. And so it's not gonna get lost in there. This honeycombs are gonna pop the whole way through. One other thing I love about this, so the cast on was a little arduous, all right? It's he actually, I think his instructions, he wanted you to do an I-cord and then pick up 294 stitches. Not for me. I'm not super great at picking up stitches, don't really like it. So I just did the I-cord the I-cord cast on, right? Which still, it took, I started it one night and then finished it the next morning. But the beauty of doing all that is that now you reduce it, every 10 rows, I'm casting off 8 stitches or binding off 8 stitches. And so it's gonna get faster and faster as I go instead of slower and slower. So I'm kind of excited about that factor. We'll see how far I can get with that, where we're at next week with it. So that's what I'm knitting, folks. Let's move on to what is next. Let's see, I'm gonna check comments real quick. All right. Hey, and listen, until we do the giveaways, and I always forget to mention this at the beginning, we're doing giveaway at the end, right? And in order for you to get into the giveaway, at the end, you've had to have actually commented or in some way engaged with us on last week's, right? So I have a lovely little bowl with names in them, and these are all people that participated and commented and engaged with us last week. So,
Gina wants to see I'm assuming, wrong side of the shawl.
Oh, good morning, Barbara. Hi, Gina. Let's, here is the wrong side. I'm assuming you meant this shawl. So you're actually doing, this looks like the wrong side stuff on the honeycomb. So it looks like right side, the stocking net on this side. But that's that. Did you have any questions about it, Miss Gina? Ask away. And now I kind of forgot where I was at, what I was talking about.
Bowl of names.
Huh?
Bowl of names.
Oh yeah, my bowl of names. That's what I was talking about. So it's a little late to get in for the giveaway today, but next week's giveaway, whatever comments and stuff you do today will go in for next week's giveaway, and you'll be a part of that. Sherry asked, what pattern is the honeycomb going to be? It's a shawl. Does that answer the question? I hope I understood the question correctly.
I linked it, but I'll relink it.
Yeah. So Chadwick's going to drop it one more time, and the link will just take you straight to the Ravelry page that is on. Okay. So I cannot get over how much it feels like spring out. It's a little creepy. I don't like it a whole lot. I have to admit I'm enjoying a little bit. It's kind of nice to, wander outside when it's 50 degrees. But it's still winter. We need a little bit more winter. But speaking of spring, I just wanted to start kind of letting you know that we are, the Twisted staff is very busy getting ready and planning, because you got to start this kind of early. We're finding the earlier the better, right? We're getting ready for the big old spring tangle, okay? Spring tangle's coming. We've got garments picked out. We've got the yarn ordered, and the stuff has come in to make the garments. We've got people working on the garments, and we're just working on putting that together right now. I'm going to let you know it is on April 18th. So if you're interested in going, go ahead and block that day out on your calendar. It'll be a brunch type deal. It's a Sunday. We'll come in about 10 a.m. And do the whole shebang, right? You get an introduction to what yarns we have coming in for our spring and summer. We've got lots of garments to inspire you by. We'll have a guest speaker. What else? And we're going to feed you. We'll have some good foods. And we don't know quite what it looks like as far as how many people we can have in store. And as we get closer to it and kind of see what our COVID protocols, vaccination rates, and all that stuff, it would be so much fun to be able to fill this store up like we have in the past, because that was, I'm missing that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm missing that a lot. Anyhow, so that's the spring tango. What's that?
April 18th.
April 18th is the day. So, big X on the calendar. But hashtag February challenge, right? I have never really done this before. It's my first year, but I'm having so much fun with it. Just in the first 3 days. Matter of fact, I get Chadwick to take a picture of me and my poncho when we're done here, and that's the one I'm gonna post because I made it in 2020, and that's our prompt today. But it's been so much fun kind of thumbing through on Instagram and seeing all the different people, and kind of getting to know them, and they're from all over. And it's just kind of fun. I follow tons of people, and I'm excited to kind of create some relationships that way. So I encourage you, if you haven't started, it's not too late. You can join anytime. So it's on Instagram, and it's hashtag February challenge. Chadwick's gonna have to post that. Get the spelling right. What's next? I want to do a great big thank you to Di over at Di Lot Studios. packed up her trunk show, and so it is now out of the store. She had a 2-week run here, and it was fantastic. I think people really enjoyed her yarns a lot, and we hope to have her back again, maybe in the fall. So we'll see about that. Next thing I want to touch on is the I Heart You. All right, we're doing a little I Heart You. It's going to be the 12th through the 15th, right? So you kind of take in Valentine's Day and President's Weekend to get a long weekend. And we're going to have some in-store discounts and online discounts. We'll be letting you know what those are when we get closer to it. We're going to have the Spin the Swift. All right, so you can come in and spin the Swift, win a thing or two. And so like for all 4 days, the Spin the Swift will be set up. And I'm going to take a quick moment because I just got to thinking about some great, like, maybe it's okay for you to get your own Valentine's Day gift, right? I'm a single gal, and I get to treat myself, and I don't know that that's limited to single gals, right? I think you get to treat yourself, period. Single or not, you get to buy yourself some stuff. So I just wanted to show a couple of things, or if you wanted to get something for a knitter friend of yours, or you want to just let your significant other know what it is that you want. All right, so here's a fun thing, and I thought it was pretty appropriate. I will, you can read it backwards, will always love you. Super cute yarn bowl. Okay, and these things are so great to sit next to your little chair when you're knitting, and it just keeps the yarn in one place and the ball's not rolling around. I have to confess, I end up chasing mine underneath the chair a time or two. Anyhow, but these are great, just ceramic bowls. A nice little, just pink on the inside. And we've got several options for yarn bowls. This was just one of my favorites, so I thought I'd show you. Chadwick dropped a link in there, so you can go and look at other ones. This is another really fun thing. I remember when they first came out, man, I jumped on it, okay? This is from Coco Knits, and it's called the Maker's Key. And it's one of those slap bands. You see that? You just slap it, and then it curls around, and it just fits nice and snug. Little bracelet, right? And that's a magnet right there. So you can take, they got these handy little split ring markers, right, in all their stuff. Of course, is made of metal. There's a nice little split ringer. And it just attaches. See? It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't fall into the couch cushion. It doesn't fall into the chair. Okay, here's a little, they got just a little round one. And then we have big round ones. All right, what if you are busy and you're blocking something out and you got all your T-pins, right? Look at that. Oh, that one fell. Hit a marker. So your T-pins, all right? That would be very handy when you've got to use a lot. And then they also have this pretty handy, when you got to count those rows, folks. When you got to count those rows, look at that little magnet. It's got some little dials that you just move when you're counting your rows or whatever stitches you need to.
One of the armbands is a ruler as well on your
reset button. Chadwick is telling me one of my armbands is a ruler as well.
On the watch band.
Yeah.
The long one that doesn't have the connector actually has marks. Today years old.
I was today years old when I learned that there is a ruler on the keeper. I wonder if mine has that. I got, when they very first came out, I bought one. That is fantastic. Chadwick, did you know that, or did somebody tell you?
Somebody told me, but I wasn't today years old. I was about a month ago.
About a month ago. I love it. I love it. Sherry, I love my yarn bowl. Well, that is good. It's a great company. It seems like they are weighted. They are weighted. They are nice and, you know, they're not overly heavy, but they'll definitely hold on to some yarn for you. It is a row counter. Look at that. Brenda says, I thought your watch looking item was going to be a row counter. Ha ha, it is. Oh, Laura, good. You should treat yourself to one. We should all treat ourselves. You know? Okay, what's next? So that's kind of just my little spiel on the I Heart You Day, right? Come in and love yourself too. Come in and love us. We'd love to love you, and we're so thankful for you. So give us an opportunity to show that love and our gratitude. Okay, big event coming up the end of this month. I am so excited. All right, we teamed up, Carey Hill Winery. We are having on February 27th the Sheep and Shear. That is where wool and wine come together. My dear friend Mindy, who owns the Carey Hill Winery, has got Carey Hill sheep, and they are adorable. She's got quite a few of them. I think they got about a little over 100 head, and they're going to be shearing them. So you got a shearer coming in. You get to watch him. You get to watch him take that fleece off of the sheep and see how that all works. He's going to be talking about it. He can answer questions about it. I'm working on getting a gentleman who might come up from Utah who can talk to us about grading wool, you know, about what you're looking for, about how you take that fleece from the shearer's floor, right? And what do you do with it next, and how you pick it, and how you pick and choose what's good for what. And so we'll have somebody hopefully in that can tell us about that. We're going to have people there that are spinners, right? You could see that next process. We've got our dear friend Chelsea from Acidvale has agreed to come, and she might be weather depending. All this is weather dependent. Well, the sheep's got to be sheared no matter what, unless it's too cold, because that really still is weather depending. But weather depending, she's going to do some dye demonstrations. So you can kind of see how that yarn becomes yarn and becomes the colors that we love so much. And then from there, we're going to have knitters and crocheters and hopefully a weaver. Natalia will be doing some felted soap demonstrations. And so you can watch on that, or maybe possibly partake. I'm not entirely sure how she's going to have it set up. But we're going to have lots of, you know, things to show you on what you can do with fiber. You got to see what Chandra did. She made these really amazing felted slippers, and then she needle felted designs on them. They are amazing. So you've got to, I can't stress enough how much you have to come out, okay? It's from 10 o'clock in the morning. I think we're running until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh yeah, and don't forget there's gonna be wine, lots and lots of wine, all right? And they'll be on board, and Mindy will be there telling her story. She has an amazing story of resilience. You know, somebody that really came out of a life-altering tragedy, right? And how she kind of found her way through it, and what she's doing today. And I love the fact that she's just so open and willing to share her story. So Mindy will be there, and Shauna, the gal who we're working with that manages it, talk to you about wine and what is it, you know, you can learn about wine all day long too. It's a beautiful setup overlooking the gorgeous Owyhee Mountains. So Chadwick put a link in there for the Facebook event. Go and hit that up and let us know whether or not you're going to come, or even just thinking about it, okay? So it should be a fantastic, just enriching experience, which is what we're shooting for this year. So we're excited for that to be our first real big one. So put that on your calendar. I really, really hope to see you there. My mom's coming. I'm so excited. Okay, all right, what's next? Let's talk about March a little bit. March is National Crochet Month. Did you know that? I did. Known it for a couple of years now. So what are we going to do for National Crochet Month? We are going to honor our crocheters. We are going to, you know, kind of shine the spotlight on a few of the amazing designers that are out there. We've got beginner crochet classes. If you've kind of always thought about maybe giving it a try, jump in, give it a try. Now is the perfect time. Crocheting I love the texture that it gives you and the versatility, and boy, does it move fast. I found this great video the other day that I had to share with some friends, a little TikTok video of this gentleman who was just crocheting to some really fast song, and he was just moving so fast, it was amazing. So if you've wanted to try it, give it a try. Sign up for a class, and I think we got classes that we're trying to get on all the time. You guys are just chewing them up, which is great, and we just keep putting on as many as we can. Still trying to, be COVID responsible as much as we can. So we're keeping them really small. We're asking to wear face masks and all that stuff during it. But guess what? We're getting closer and closer to getting back to some kind of level of normalcy. And so we're really excited about that. But we got to maintain for a little while longer, right? Just get a few more of those vaccines out, and our numbers are going down, and hopefully they just keep doing that. So anyhow, National Crochet Month, got to hit up the classes. What else have I got? Oh, our first contest. The entries are due on March 6th. And silly me, I was going to have some samples here of some possible things that you could do. I will do that next week. I actually have a couple of really great ones at home. So what is it? So we're doing the contest that we did. We sort of changed the format up a little bit instead of trying to come up with all these categories and stuff like that, but you have to have some parameters, right? So what we did is we simply, we said, this is the weight yarn, and this is the yardage that we're looking at. And so our weight is going to be, sorry, I had a quick text there from my daughter. I don't know how to stop those from coming through during the live. Okay, so we're back on. So worsted to bulky weight. We had somebody call up and say, hey, what if I ran two things together, two DKs together? That's fine. As long as it gauges out to at least a worsted weight, then that's great. We're recommending between 300 and 600 yards. The categories are beginner, intermediate, and advanced, both knit and crochet. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different categories, right? And then we pay out first through fourth for each category. Excuse me, first through third. I said fourth. Third. 1, 2, 3. All right, in each category. And it's 25 U-Bucks for the first one. I think we have 15 U-Bucks for second place and then 10 U-Bucks for third place. So if for nothing else than the bragging rights, you might win a little bit of money too, right? U-Bucks, I should say. Start thinking about it. If you got some stuff laying around, we'll take it. Something that you knit up last year, we'll take it. Anyway, the entries are due on the 6th. Then all next week we'll have both in-house judging, where you'll get a ticket, you put it in the bag, or you write the number down, that the garment's associated with. We've done it a couple different ways. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do it, but there will be some in-store voting option. There will also be some online. We'll put them up on Facebook, and you just kind of like the one that you like, and then we count those up as well. And then on the 13th, I believe it is, that Saturday, 5 o'clock, we count them all up, and we'll announce the winners on live. So get them in here. It's fun. It's always so much fun to see what everybody else is knitting, and this is a great way to do it. So what's next in March? March 6th, the day that our stuff is due, is going to be a busy, busy day here at the store. Why, you ask? Because it is our annual buyback. Yes, I know you guys have been waiting for it. For those of you that are, what's a buyback? This is a buyback, okay? You go through your stash at home, and I don't believe you for a second if you can't find something in there that you're like, why did I buy this? What was I thinking? I'm never going to use this. Go through your stash. Pick out that stuff that, I'm just not going to be using this. It's kind of like going through your closet. I haven't worn it in years, right? Let's let somebody else enjoy it. I'll make some room in my closet or my stash, and I can replace it with something new. So the buyback is you bring in all that yarn that you are not, that you're just going to let go of. You bring it in, we weigh it, we pay you 5 U-Bucks per pound of yarn that you bring in. I think one year we had somebody bring in like 60 pounds. It was crazy. So anyhow, bring the yarn in, we will literally pay you for it, and then you can come and shop and get some new stuff. New stuff for your stash, something that you're going to use, right? Be a little more purposeful in your purchasing. So then you ask, well, what is it that you do with the yarn? Well, matter of fact, we use it. We'll use it in our classes. Sometimes, depending on the condition, we'll even put it we'll put it on sale, and give somebody else an opportunity for it. And we donate a ton of it to organizations around the valley. So it gets used, it gets repurposed, it doesn't go to waste. So please, please, think about it, go through your stashes, and let's and we'll have a lot of fun on March 6th on annual buyback day. Good morning, Catherine. You're late, but you're here, and that's all that matters. Glad to see you made it. Okay, so that's the buyback. So please, please, go through your stashes. It's in a month. It's a week from this coming Saturday. All right. So I did want to remind everybody really quick. So Jade was in here on Sunday working, and she got slammed. People were buying yarn on Sunday, this Sunday, which we love and appreciate so much. But I did want to remind those of you that come in for help, as much as we want to help you and do our very best to do that, honestly, our priority has to be sales on those days, because that's the only way we can keep our doors open. That's the only way that we can be here to help you. And so I hope that you understand that and be patient with us, that there are some days we may not be able to help. If Jade's the only one in here, she can only do so much. So if you're really needing help and you want to make sure that you get the time, right, and the attention that you deserve and that you need, please feel free to ask about or sign up for a private lesson. It's totally worth it, and you really get the focus and help you get through your project or whatever. I don't want to stand here necessarily and discourage you from coming in and asking for help, but I just need you to know and have that expectation that it may not be possible. So please just be patient with us, and as you usually are. But I just want to remind you, I think Jade was running pretty ragged on Sunday. Anyhow, so that's what I have. Chadwick, was there anything else?
Nope, just some clarifying questions about the buyback.
God, I swear I'm sweating right now. Okay, what do you got? What questions? Where? Let me see. Oh, I can read them right here. Oh, good morning, Laura. Blue Women buyback is in March. Yes. The yarn buyback, can it only be yarn that was bought from your store? No, Brenda, it can't. You could just, whatever you got in your stash, we'll take it, my friend. Laura. Catherine, is anybody else having tech issues with this? Oh my gosh, I hope not. I hope you kind of get it figured out. Gosh darn it. Okay, is there anything else? I guess we can move on to the old giveaway. Today, I've decided to give away a giant skein of the wool stock, which is the same color that I knit my poncho in. So if you want, you can buy another skein and you can knit this poncho yourself, which, by the way, super fast, super easy knit. That's what I love about ponchos. Super easy. So, and if you don't want the blue, you can pick out a different color. Anyhow, so this is it, wool stock. Let's see what we have here. Got a big bowl of names. Oh, by the way, so this friend of mine that owns a yarn store in California also does this, does a lot of giveaways, and there's actually like a computer generated name thing, and I think we're gonna do some research on it and find out. It's a Facebook thing, and we're gonna see if we can't do that. So we don't have to cut out all the little names and pieces of paper. I mean, they had some really good options on there, like a little wheel with everybody's name on it, and you hit the spin and it just, sort of the computer just picks out a random name. So if anybody knows anything about that, please feel free to share. And we gotta do some research on it. Okay, here we go. Picking a name. Put my big giant bowl down. Whew. All right. Congratulations to Diane Christensen Brown. Thank you for participating. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for your questions. If you have any more, throw them in right now. I'm here. Love seeing so many names in the bowl. Right, Carolyn? You and me both. It's fantastic. We have a few more people on today. I just can't thank you guys enough for coming on and supporting us And I still think it's a hoot that you get a kick out of listening to me. I guess I'm providing some value, right? That's what I hope anyway. So anyway, if anybody else has any questions, and please, if you haven't yet, drop a comment or like it or love it, the video, and we will get you in for next week's drawing. Okay, Jennifer, thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for listening. All right, you guys, I think I'm gonna cut it. So everybody have a fantastic Thursday, and y'all stay twisted out there. Bye.